What is up, everybody? The 2015 is back here with another webtoon review, and this time we're going to be reviewing something that I've been meaning to review, but again, it's been a minute. So we're going to be reviewing this webtoon called The Hero Killer. Now, honestly, this is one of the better webtoons that have come out of all of the launches that I completely missed. But let's get into it. If you're really looking for an action-paced webtoon that really gets right to the point in terms of actions and its plot, this is definitely the webtoon for you. Hello, I am the 25th Genius, and if you like this channel and what I do, please leave a like and subscribe, and it's completely free and you can subscribe at any time. So let's get into the video. So The Hero Killer, what is it about? So it's about this character by the name of Ihwa. It's Korean, I'm not really good with names. So this character lives in a world in which there are a bunch of heroes with abilities called gifts, much like Nen, much like Quirks. I mean, you get the point, you get the gist of it. This is not the first time we have heard this before. And in this world, heroes are basically at the top of the food chain, being that they have basically the power and immunity to do whatever they want. Some heroes here have the ability, use this ability to do rightful wrongdoings, to where they're even considered worse than villains. This comes across as bad when Ihwa's sister was murdered by the hands of this hero clan, and in such rage and this hate, using her ability, which is actually very busted by the way, she seeks out to kill every member of the hero clan. This mission seems to be impossible because, well, if you read the webtoon, the hero clan is insanely overpowered. But nevertheless, she will do what it takes to train her mind, body, soul, will, and her gift in order to achieve what she wants the most, which is the utter extermination of the hero clan. What is really good about this webtoon is that it gets to the point. You're not spending 8 or 9 chapters trying to get the gist of it, even though the material would be good. You're very well aware of what's going on off the bat. You are graced with the first 3 chapters with a very good and very drawn choreographed fight scene that really heightens the abilities of the main character, and why she really poses to be such a threat in the upcoming chapters in the future. You're also given a very sturdy background of the hero clan and why the hero clan may seem even worse than the villains. What the Hero Killer does, it shows us that in 3 chapters how something can really be executed in a way where your audience is very well aware of what's going on. And what that does, it doesn't really make it less interesting. It just more gets us to the point so we're more intrigued to it. Some webtoons where you kind of got to fill in the blanks and you kind of got to spell things out for what they are. And that's only good if it's kind of like a mystery aspect, or again, just a webtoon that's kind of a thriller. The reason why Unordinary is able to really get away from this in the very beginning was because the world itself was already established to the point where everything else that we needed to know was just gravy. For example, Unordinary proves that it was a hierarchy world, and basically those with the higher power levels were basically treated better than ones with lower. That's already a stern base. Not everything like about Amber, about John, etc., was kind of just up for grabs for us to know and for us to be intrigued too. But Hero Killer really doesn't have that to really work with. It's pretty much a very linear webtoon in the sense of what it's trying to convey. It's a hero on a vigilante out for blood. And if you have such a linear plot, you kind of got to make your material and what is going on very linear and very consistent to the audience that you're reading to. So what I'm saying is, Hero Killer really does a very good job initially with establishing its plot and its overall theme, and establishing its character and the good qualities of this character, while also showing that just because her gift and her physique is so overpowered and very strong, that doesn't mean that she's the strongest character in the show. And that's another thing about this webtoon that's really good, and it's the sense of, much like The Gamer or Tower of God or Advanced Player of Tutorial Tower, what's good about all of those is like even though the main characters are very powerful, they don't always seem to be like the strongest character. And you don't, and what's good about this is that you don't create the One Punch Man effect in the sense of, if you know how the battle's going to end, it's really not enjoyable. Or at least that was always the case for me whenever I talk about One Punch Man. But in the case of Hero Killer, I don't feel that the battle is going to always end in one hit or with the main character winning. So it's always good and a patient to see what the character is going to do to defeat the opponent that she's up with now. Is she just that stronger? Is she thinking of new ways? What is really going to happen? So I really enjoy Hero Killer for doing that. I really like the characters in Hero Killer because each one has their own specific purpose. And if you're going to do this whole vigilante where the heroes are dying, you need to convey that there must be a good reason for it. With Ihua, it's just the sheer fact that her sister died. And even though that seems very simple, that's more than enough, being that that is her family member, to where you're more intrigued with the webtoon and you just want to see where it's going. Honestly, out of all of the webtoon releases that have come out over the past few months, I really think this is one of the top ones. So again, if you're looking for a webtoon that is action-packed, it gets to the point, you're intrigued by it, and you're curious about all the other people's gifts and abilities, definitely Hero Killer is the webtoon for you. And that is my review of the Hero Killer. So let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Are you reading this webtoon? Are you keeping up with it? Are there any other webtoons that are even better than this? Let me know all that in the comments below. And again, if you are a fan of this channel or you like this review, why don't you help a brother out and put a like and subscribe down at the bottom below. And with that being said, I will see you next time. Thank you for listening.